Motorcycle Maniacs. We are on the way to Fort Worth, Indian, and we are going to the big summer cookout. I did a little live stream about it last night. It was really short notice, but if anybody was in the area, I was like, hey, come out, check it out. Food and live music. So we're going to check it out, and we're going to do a little video and show you what it's all about in case you can't make it, you live too far, or you're just too darn busy. Anyway, we'll see you in a flash from Fort Worth Indian Motorcycles. Alright, man, we have made it here, Motorcycle Maniacs. And I don't know what we're looking at, so. Got a raffle going on. I bought some raffle tickets, so I'll see if I win something cool. I don't even know what they're giving away, but I figured I'd take a chance. Toes is talkative this morning, but come on, talk. Did you have a good ride?
I did. The ride was fun.
See? Now you're talking. I even aired up the suspension for you. Did you notice? No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Didn't even say anything. The things I do for this woman, you will never know.
He has to be like rewarded for everything he does for me.
Oh, and I bought a new Indian hat, man. Check that out.
All about him.
Little checkerboard. Got her a new shirt too, but she won't mention that. Got it on clearance.
Once a year I get something.
Oh, wow. But they got some cool chieftains. Got some scouts. I like that white scout. That looks pretty cool. Then they've got a bunch of bobbers. I like the white and black bobber too. Alright, well, it's kind of the inside. Another, I believe that, yeah, this is Springfield Dark Horse. Oh, and the new FTR 1200. That is a pretty cool looking bike. Got a cool looking headlight on it. Anyway, looks cool, looks nice.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? I just want to say thank you for coming out. This awesome event. It's to support the PTSD Foundation and Camp Hope. For those of you who don't know what Camp Hope is, we are a residential recovery center located in Houston, Texas, and we offer support for combat veterans who are struggling with post-traumatic stress disorder. We help them as well as their families. I can sit up here all day and tell you a bunch of statistics about what we do and about what, how we operate, but I'd rather just give you a personal story of how we influence the combat vets who struggle by telling you my personal story. So I'm from Porter, Texas. For those of you who don't know where that's at, it's a small town in North Houston. My father's a police officer, and my mother worked for the church. And I was raised to believe in God, family, and freedom. And on September 11, 2001, a group of terrorists came and attacked this country, and they shook the foundation of everything that I believed in. You know, I remember coming home, I was in 8th grade. I got off the bus and I walked in my house, and on the TV they were showing when, you know, the towers getting hit, and they were showing the people jumping out of the windows. And all I remember seeing is my dad. I've never seen him cry up to this point in my entire life, and he was crying. And all he kept saying was, there's nothing I can do. My brothers are dying and there's nothing that I can do. Well, I decided that there was something that I could do. So when I turned 17, I joined the United States Marine Corps and I went to war. I wasn't prepared for what I found over there, and I was a part of things and did things that no 18-year-old should ever have to do. And it completely changed who I was as a person, and it affected every aspect of my life. And when I got out, I came back, I was married, I had a daughter, and my relationship with both my daughter and my wife at the time was altered forever. And due to the struggles that I was having, I didn't understand what was going on. So I decided to completely numb myself. I decided to deal with my issues the best way I knew how, which was drugs and alcohol. And after a while, you know, my wife did what she could to hold our family together, but at the end of the day, she had to do what was best for her and my daughter, which was, you know, I came home to my apartment after one of my binges, and there was nothing left but a TV and an Xbox. And the thought of never seeing my daughter again or understanding what was happening took me to a place so deep and so dark, and the pain that I felt that day was worse than I'd ever imagined on my worst enemy. And it took me to a place where I no longer wanted to live. But I'm not the kind of person you can just put a pistol in my mouth and pull the trigger. I wanted my family to have that hero funeral. I wanted them to have that flag draped over my casket, and then being handed the flag telling you the president is proud of your son. I didn't want them to live with the stigma that their son committed suicide. So what I did is I put myself in situations hoping that the universe would just do it for me. And one day I came to, I came out of a blackout, and I was sitting in front of my friend Mike, who was overdosing, and I was trying to do the same. And I firmly believe God himself put the thought of my daughter in my brain. And the thought was, if I were to accomplish my mission right now, if I were to do what I'm setting out to do, the pain that I'm feeling and the darkness that's inside of me, it doesn't just stop. It's going to get transferred to your daughter. And then she has to live the rest of her life with the knowledge and the pain and darkness of my daddy, the Marine, the combat vet, died of an overdose at a drug house. And I couldn't accept that. So I called my dad, who's the one person who at that point hadn't completely turned his back on me, hadn't completely shut me out due to my own behavior. And he called the PTSD Foundation of America, who at the time I didn't know, but the founder went to church with my grandparents, and they've been trying to get me help for a long time. And they actually came out, they picked me up from the dope house, they took me to detox, and I started to attend what we call warrior groups. So a warrior group is kind of like an NA and AA group, but it's for combat vets, and we sit around a table and we work through our struggles together. We work through our struggles as a team and as a brotherhood. And I started attending these warrior groups. And after a while, after about a year of these groups, I was approached and they said, hey, we had this residential facility at Camp Hope. And I think you'd be a perfect candidate. So I started attending Camp Hope. And through the grapevine, my ex-wife heard that I'd been receiving help for my issues. So she let me see my daughter for the first time in about a year and a half. It was for her second birthday. I remember I went to her grandfather's house, and at that point, like I said, I hadn't been a father in a year and a half. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know how to approach her. But she was sitting in the living room and she was playing with Lincoln Logs. And I'm old school. I can play with Lincoln Logs. I can build cities with Lincoln Logs all day. I just sat down with her and I started handing her Lincoln Logs, and we're building this little farm. And after about 5 minutes, you know, this cute little girl, she just looks up at me and she says, Daddy, where have you been? And I said, baby, Daddy's been sick, but I'm better now, which is why I'm here. And she said, so you're a new daddy now? I said, yes, baby, I'm a new daddy now. And she said, well, then can you come home with me and mommy now, because I missed you. That is what Camp Hope has done for me. It saved my life. It gave a 9-year-old, she's 9 now, it gave a little girl her father back. And And not only that, but because of that foundation, my 5-year-old son, he doesn't have to know that man. He doesn't have to know the man who got in bar fights, who's abusing and abusing drugs, who gets so blacked out that he put his hands on his mother. He doesn't have to know that man. He gets to know the man now who strives every day to help other combat vets who were deep down and depressed and in a dark, painful place the same way I was. This foundation saved my life, and I would not be here without it. And we are a 501c3, so we work with nothing but donations. So if it wasn't for amazing people such as yourselves to have the heart to want to reach out and help, we wouldn't be here. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much for being here, because I assure you from firsthand account, the money that you're spending, the money that you were so kindly donating towards us, it saves lives and it restores families. And what you're doing is God's work. So thank you so very, very much for being here. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the festivities. I'll be around here for a little bit. My cohort Jay, he'll be here too if you want to ask us any questions about what else we offer and what else we do. And again, just thank you so much, and y'all have a great rest of y'all's day.
That is an awesome message.
Yeah. Done?
Ryan Wicox.
I feel hard, but I've never been high. What the hell was I supposed to?
Hey y'all, we had a great time at Fort Worth Indian Motorcycles. It was a really cool event. And there was a freaking plane about to hit the house, I think. But we had a really good ride over there. Had some great pulled pork barbecue sandwiches. Ryan Wicox played, super awesome guy. Actually got to meet him, really cool dude. Just really a great day. Hot, but it was well worth it. What do you think?
It was fun. Had a good time.
And we didn't actually record an ending over there because we were just too busy with doing everything. So here we are in the garage, and we're going to do the ending. So as I always say, if you have a motorcycle, get out and ride. Just ride safe. Take care, everybody. Appreciate you watching and supporting me. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. And from Lisa,
Peace out.